I drove down the wrong side of the road over here in Springfield. So I ain't joking, man. We turned at a stoplight, and I'm going down the wrong side of the fucking road. And Rich
Test.
like, I think we're
Test.
supposed to be on that side of that median.
Test.
I was like, oh, fuck, dude. I'm too...
Check.
Yeah, and we were up
Check.
here up here by that Star 66 restaurant, and I was looking for
Check.
6th Street.
6th Street.
Yeah.
I could
All right.
use.
You're good to go, guys.
We're on.
Yep.
Shit. For real.
For real.
We're on the mic with Mike, and we're hot. Live from the back room. Sitting here with Mike Davis from what part of Arkansas are you from, Mike?
The northern part, Missouri part.
No, that's what I thought.
So yeah, I'm from up around Columbia, Missouri, in that area, mid Missouri. We're about halfway between St. Louis and Kansas City, so it's, you know.
Drove all the way here to do a podcast because Aiden told him to.
Yeah, I guess something like that. No, played some music. Went out and did a couple shows with that Cody Mooney kid. You know, got to travel with them kind of people to get heard. But so I ended up coming back through and stayed last night in Springfield and come over and see Jeb and drink some bourbon and drive home.
Heaven Hill, fine Kentucky bourbon. Where was you last night?
We played in Cody's hometown, Taylorville, Illinois. It was packed. I think all of his family came, and like I told him last night, me and Cody went to high school together. That got a weird look.
High school reunion over in Taylorville.
There was that going on, I think. Everywhere from dope heads to fucking the police department was there, part of them, and it's pretty cool though. It was a fun night, man. We a lot of people.
Friday night, you guys were together in.
We went to Edina, Missouri.
Edina, Missouri.
Yeah, to the Dry Bean.
Dry Bean.
It's,
Tim Logan's spot over there.
Yep, new joint. I think he ain't been open long, and might be a good place, man. We had a lot of fun there. It's
Yeah, I heard great things. The owner, I mean, you know, knowing you guys and for booking that show or whatever, that guy, I talked to him quite a bit going into it. He definitely was impressed and ready for you guys to return already, as most times. I'm sure the guys from Taylorville will be getting in contact, wanting us back there pretty soon. You and Cody's probably played in here together half a dozen
Cody
times.
Cody's the first time Cody played here was my first headline show here.
That was the.
And that was what, a year? Was that a year ago or more than that?
That was the first time.
A year ago in January.
Yeah, that was the first time Cody showed up was for one of your shows. And that's crazy.
And that was my headline show here, and Cody showed up that night.
And then you guys
drunker in hell, and Jeb said, "This kid just keeps fucking pestering me, man. Can he play your guitar?" I was like, "Hell yeah, we're gonna see what he can do tonight." He killed it, boy, right off.
That's what we always do. You know, a lot of people message you guys to play here, wanting to know how they can play here, and that's pretty freaking simple. Come check out a show and showcase what you got after a show. We're all family here. Nobody's bit anybody that I know of back here, and that's how you kind of get the backroom bug in you. And once it's in you, you got it. You know what it's about. You want to be a part of it, or you don't. And
well, musicians, man, they want to come here. You know what I mean? It's like me and Cody were just talking about it last night, and there's at least 3 a week, 4, 5 people messaging you. How do you get into the backroom lounge? It's like, go there, man. That's what I pretty much tell them, or messaging the wrong guy, because they get a wrong idea of, like, everyone here around here, once you're here, you're like family. You feel like you're playing. I could play here, and I feel like I'm playing in my living room. Actually, my family ain't quite as quiet as what they are in here when you play, but it's a cool place, man. And I always say it's like a stepping stone. Once you've played here, other venues see you've played here, and I think that's why a lot of them want to come here, man. People want to come here because it's always been a big a thing amongst musicians. It's like the backroom lounge. That's a place you want to play. Bucks, that's a place you want to play. Dukes, that's a place you want to play. I mean, there's countless of them, but it's all the ones there's ones that we want to play at. You know what I mean?
And most of us venue owners, I mean, I don't really want to speak for Buck and a bunch of these guys, but I'm pretty sure they'd say the same damn thing, that we get bombarded with artists and we don't. I mean, we've heard so many.
Well, I mean, first time I came here, I had already messaged a bunch of times. I'd messaged you. I'd talked to you on Messenger before, and I couldn't get a gig. You know what I mean? I didn't know how to do it. I did the same thing. I'm like, how the hell you get there to play? And I came here with Billy Don. That's the first time. And people say, how you get in there? I got in there because Billy Don took me here, you know, brought me here. And
showing up.
I got lucky. But show up, man. Come up to a show. This is a venue that it's an experience. I mean, it ain't like anywhere else that you've ever been to watch a show. And it's usually anything from one guy playing acoustic to, hell, he has whole bands in here. And it's always a good show. And I tell people, I mean, go there for the experience of it. It's not just going there to see this dude play his shit. It's a whole experience. I mean, you got all these bourbons. Yeah. There's a liquor store in the front, you know. I always say it's like playing in church, but you can drink. It's exactly how it is. I mean, they call this place the congregation. They do that for a reason, man. They sit in church pews. It's like hard to explain to somebody who's never been here. So I always say, go there and check it out, man.
We all know each other. We all know where we're going to be at, and we're worried about so-and-so when they're not here, you know who makes it tick, you know.
We live 3 hours. I drive here to watch shows. Even if I'm not going to play, I'll drive up here to see, you know, I'll see somebody who's going to play here that I've wanted to see. Or guys come out of everywhere. I mean,
if Frenchie ain't in that bag of potato chips and crinkling around for half your set, it's not a typical night.
It's not home.
It's not. We're missing somebody.
I miss Frenchie, man. I haven't seen him up here.
I think the gas prices, man, you know.
Yeah, it's killing everybody.
My average crowd, I keep saying, you know, this podcast shit's new to me, but I think I've said it every time. Our average crowd's older people, but man, you sure miss them or wonder where they're at every show that they're not here. So, you know, with gas at $4 a gallon and everybody living well over 50 miles away.
So we're not going to get political, but all I'm going to say is the only way you're ever going to change anything is go vote. I mean, people need to vote, and you don't got to write it all over Facebook who you're voting for.
Vote my ass out of office
or any of that shit, you know.
I hold an elected position. I hope I get voted out this
I don't like talking religion, and I do not like talking politics with people because it always ends up with an argument. It's like you don't agree. I mean, you're not going to agree with everybody on political or the Bible or any kind of politics. Any kind of religion is always going to end up in an argument.
It always goes to them.
But the political crap, if I see your shit on Facebook, I am not going to see nothing else you're posting because they put that curtain around you when you vote for a reason. It's your private. I mean, nobody needs to know who you vote for. Keep that shit to yourself. Vote the way your heart is, and we got to make changes. The only way that'll ever happen is voting idiots out of office who are in office and getting somebody there that can.
The problem is nobody wants to run for anything. It's just like work. Nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to do shit. And man, like I've never run for an office and been appointed 3 times because nobody else will run for the fucking office. It's like, gosh, somebody please run for this thing because it's a thankless job for $50 a month to spend hours I don't have. I know somebody could do my spot better, but you know, I'm not much on half-assing shit either. So if I can do it, I do. But man, last thing I want to do is be involved in politics, let alone a freaking political party. I'm not going to any envelope parties and stuff, you know, knocking on doors and canvassing the precinct committeemen and all that shit. And then I start thinking, man, maybe I'm part of what's wrong with the political picture. And but there ain't nobody out there running for shit. So what do, you know? I think that you see all these small villages and stuff like that going under just because nobody in the town's giving a shit to
Well,
be a part of it.
I was here earlier, and your dad walked up and was talking about all of your
just
shit that's going on around here with
you-
your police departments and all this, and
It's
all these places are out for the money, man. It's all for the money.
well, there's
And I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. There's always somebody bigger, vulturing in or whatever. The feds are going to come down on the state, and the state's going to take it to the city, and the city's going to come down on the burgs and the villages, and it's a vicious, never-ending cycle that's.
It all ends up back on the people.
Yep.
And them people are the ones who vote. So get out and vote.
Now we're talking about damn politics and stuff.
Yeah, we are.
Fine larceny bourbon that you're sipping on today.
That is some good bourbon.
Thank God for Heaven Hill.
I got way drunk on that up here with Rich one night.
It was Elijah Craig.
I think that
got
we did on larceny
All
too,
larceny,
because that one night, because when we got home, Rich said he'd never woke up after a larceny without a.
Did you get into?
I better not say that. Sore butt in jail is what he said. He said that's the first time I ever did a larceny without a sore butt in jail the next morning. Which you'd have to meet Rich.
Elijah Craig done us this barrel proof pick, which people at home that don't know, that's the strongest one. That's the oldest one. It was about 130 proof. So there, when we had that one,
that was about a month ago.
Yeah,
a month and a half ago. It was
Yeah,
over.
that
It
didn't
was
work.
over 50 something days ago. I know because you're sober now, and I know
Yeah.
that was probably one of the last.
that was the one
the
when I
night
headbutted the pole
he
there.
headbutted that pole.
That's where I called it
It was
quits.
a whole full chest bump. If we'd have had that on video, me and Sarah would be rich right now.
Man. I thought.
So he tried to take the pressure off, and he'd even sent me a video because I guess West Ship fell off the stage, and he tried to take that off of himself by saying, "Look what West Ship did." I was like, "Yeah, yeah, he recovered."
Son of a bitch. Yeah, that was that 132 proof 13-year-old Elijah Craig. Thank God for them sponsoring us, right?
That was a good night.
Man, thinking of sponsors, I got to thank the Back Nine over at Rochester for helping out on these podcast things. And it's crazy. Schlafly Beer's been good to us in St. Louis. And, of course, Heaven Hill. Everything from Evan Williams, Larceny, all their allocated bourbon always available up front. Up front's what pays the bills, and I just piss it away in the back room, hanging out with Mike and Cody and everybody. But it's my therapy, my group therapy. Few hours a week I get to come back here and seriously enjoying it even more sober in the last 8 weeks. I think I found myself again and really digging in and trying to build everything up. That's kind of why we're doing these podcasts and going more YouTube and going more towards things, is just because there's so many people out there that have no freaking idea who Jeb Brown Production is, or Mike Davis is, and Cody Lee Mooney is, and the guys behind the scenes here at the Backroom Lounge that makes everything work. So it's a new experience, but man, there is no way I could do it and drink and not look like a freaking idiot. So I'm real excited to see what happens here, man. But enough about me, Mike. Did you bring the guitar? Why don't you pick us up that new song you was messing with a little bit ago?
Yeah, cool. Can I just move this thing back, I reckon, since he moved my shit around?
Yep.
That damn Aiden.
Yep.
Thank God for Aiden.
Aiden's a man. Aiden come into our show last night. That was cool, man. His whole family. They even snuck his little brother in.
He said, man, I'm going to put it on.
He sat in a corner with a sweatshirt over his head the whole night.
Yeah. He said, I'm putting it on your Facebook Live. I go, don't you dare. I said, it's going to be loud as hell. I know it's sold out and it's not a listening room.
It was a good time.
It's
man.
good. Them people are there to party.
People in there. So I wrote this. Here's a new one, man. I just wrote this week. It's called A Bag of Hope.
A bag of what?
Bag of Hope.
I thought that's it.
A lot of my songs end up being about drugs and drinking, and some about broken hearts and women and that. I always say, man, I spent all my money growing up. I'm almost 60 years old. And You know, started out with nothing. There's a song that says that. I started out with nothing, and I've still got a whole bunch of it left. I forget who does that song, but that's the damn truth with me. I think I spent all my money on liquor and drugs and women, and I just wasted the rest of it. So it's called A Bag of Hope. Won't stop raining again. Another phone call about the shape I'm in. Month's only halfway through, and I'm already broke. Gotta live day by day, but hope keeps moving farther away. Thought I caught a break today, but it's another no-go. Here I am, stumbling through the night with my old guitar strapped to my side, and I'm searching through this bag for a little hope. I'm searching through this bag for a little hope. Look at the clock, it's 4:30. 5 more minutes till the place I go. All my worries blow away with the smoke. I'm a little ashamed to say all the hopes and dreams that I've smoked away. I try to let them settle, but they don't let me go. Here I am stumbling through the night with my old guitar strapped to my side, and I'm searching through this bag for a little hope. I'm searching through this bag for a little hope. So I'm searching through the night with my old guitar strapped to my side, and I'm searching through this bag for a little hope. I'm searching through this bag for a little hope. I'm searching, Lord, I'm searching, searching through this bag for a little hope.
Yeah, brother.
Cody Mooney will be releasing that song here real soon.
I heard he was working on cutting that. Finally
Trying to get him
getting
to.
that album cut. I think you heard that one here first. That's the first time
That's
Mike's
the
played
first
that
time.
one.
I wrote that like last Thursday, I think. Sitting in the rain, I pour concrete. For
Doesn't that
everybody.
train always come at the right time
It's
too,
perfect.
man? It's fucking got goosebumps when I heard the freight coming right there.
So I pour concrete for a living, you know, and I was sitting home in the rain the other day, and that's kind of the story of my life. It rains, and you sit there and starve, and then good weather comes, and you work your ass off 60 hours a week, and go out and play music on the weekends.
That's what this room's about. It's to kind of debut and hear songs that guys want to get in their sets, or might not. People may not be listening to them or dialed in on the words, and you come in a place like this for a singer-songwriter and get to explain the song and what it means to you, and it you know, I think Billy Joe Shaver said it best. Sometimes it hits people right between the mother and
Right,
the fucker, you
right,
know, and
yeah.
hit you right in the soul, and you know.
I was told that the first time I came. He said, Billy told me, he said they're gonna dissect every word of every song you sing in there, and I was like, cool.
You
I mean,
see-
most people don't listen.
when you see
know?
the emotions there, you know, gosh, it's second to none. You know, guy, like I said, I had goosebumps right there. But I look over at somebody over there, and they got their head in their lap, and they're bawling their eyes out. And somebody else is, you know, may not even feel it at all. And the one before, the one before it, it got them. You know,
That song, kind of the reason I wrote it is like, I'm not ashamed to say it. You know, man, I smoke weed every day to keep me sane, and I play music every day to keep me sane. I always save my guitar. I started out with a $100 guitar, and that's a hell of a lot cheaper than a psychiatrist.
Yeah, man,
You can
that's-
sit and play in an hour a day and just write down bullshit you feel, and sometimes songs come out of that, sometimes they don't. But
that's
I'm clean from hard drugs this year. It'll be 17 years on the 4th of July, and I have not done hard drugs. I mean, I smoke the shit out of weed, and I mean, it's legal. You know what I mean?
Same deal, man. I deal with the public. I don't know. I mean, 8 a.m.
I'd say my downfall's the bourbon. I mean,
Yeah.
who can't?
That-
It's like, it's just a nice. I used to drink it with L8, man, but L8 refused to sponsor me.
yeah,
They wouldn't even send me a
they-
damn T-shirt.
they're not
so
in this part.
I'm
They're
drinking
not-
bourbon straight.
They're not in this segment of the sponsorships. We can't talk about them
Oh,
anymore.
A8 one.
What
I meant-
what was their new flavor they just came out?
That
L8
orange
one.
that orange is
L8
killer.
one. Oh man,
Tastes
yeah,
like
and then-
orange.
See, and then they got them other flavors too.
They
remember?
got cherry. And
Yeah, and
I've drank them all, dude.
See, they even have it at the bottle in a bottle at Curry's Family Pharmacy. Somebody
I know
else
your
needs to
wife
sponsor.
brought brought it to
I
us.
bet we could hit.
Oh,
them
they're
up
one
for
of our
about $100.
sponsors.
Well, I think hell, I seen Tom was in here the other night for Marty Brown. We might have him. We might have him now. The owners came in, so yeah, L8 down at the Curry's Family Pharmacy sounds like.
That's
Sounds
the
like we
place to
better not
go.
talk about them no more if they're not going to sponsor us. Thank God for the back nine over in Rochester and Heaven Hill, fine Kentucky bourbon, larceny, and all them good.
Yeah, you just
products
have
they
to
sell
drink
up
it
front.
straight. Yeah, what are you gonna mix that with? I mean, who would mess it up?
Like I say, man, I deal with the public. I think 8 a.m. to 1 a.m. most every day. The thing I'm never really not around people. Like, and it's weird, but my therapy, you know, I'm not going. We all struggle with
It's like
mental
what?
problems.
Hold your head in a pillow and scream.
I think everybody was designed with some form of mental problems, and some people hide the shit a little better than others.
I don't hide it worth the shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to do it different though. You know, I used to go to a bar and like when I was younger, say Cody's age, man. When I went to the bar,
Well, you guys,
I went there to kick somebody's ass. You know
'Cause
what
you-
I mean? That was my therapy back then. It's like
You
cool.
failed a couple times
I'm
and
gonna
ended
go
up in
up-
Cody's class over in Taylorville.
Well,
I forgot that.
Yeah, I told him last night we went to high school together, and it's like it was a good time, man.
Yeah. Where are you off to next?
Hell, I
pouring
don't play-
concrete probably, and then
I'm
you
not
gotta-
playing anywhere. Me and Cody are playing the end of the month down in, well, we're playing in Columbia, Missouri at the Dive Bar. That's like one of my stomping
yeah.
grounds there, man. And
Yep.
we'll pack that place that night. Hopefully it'll be nice and we'll play outside and there'll be a lot of good. They're looking forward to seeing you coming, man. I'm telling you already.
I know
They're promoting it and everything, and they're gonna be. And they have a bourbon day there now. She's having like a bourbon club that comes to the dive bar. And they
more
pretty cool
Heaven Hill
deal.
products. Bring in more Heaven Hill products. That's what they need to do.
They need to get a hold of her probably.
I can do it.
Get dive bar in Columbia, Missouri, and
Then after that, I think you guys go back to the Crooked Arrow Ranch
Yep,
in
Conway, Arkansas.
Conway,
the next night, and
that one's always fun. Them guys know how to.
they throw
Put
down
on
some
a spread
food,
and-
and they. It's usually a good party. You'd say it's a private party, but hell, I've never seen anybody turned away. You know what I mean? It's a good time. Michael puts on a party. I mean, he messaged the other day and said, "What do you guys want to eat?" I was like, "I don't think I ever ate anything bad there, so
Yeah.
whatever you want to cook."
And
I think the last time we were there, he had what was it?
Crawfish.
Yeah, crawfish, like 200 or 300 pounds of it. It's unreal. It's always a good time there.
Last time you was here was a couple weeks ago with Kendall Marvel.
That was great, man. Get to play with, a legend, and that's cool. But guys like here, there's 50 people fit in here.
Yeah.
Kendall Marvel played in here.
Marvel
you know what I mean?
Sat right there next to me.
Marty Brown played in here.
Yeah, you played with him too. But Kendall was sitting there right next to me. I bartended every show, cutting costs and corners and just whatever. I ain't got enough staff and stuff to go around, but I sure cherish the ones I have. But I kind of like my spot back there. And Kendall sat right in front of me, and you started singing. He goes, "I'd take his voice," in the first song, and I go, "Shit, you growl and howl." He goes, "I don't do it I can't do it as cool as him." And
I've probably got 20 years of it on him, though. I'm growling because I smoke menthol cigarettes.
Then he said something like, "Man, he can write a song." He said, "I want to take him with me to Texas or some shit." I said, "Man, I'm telling you, that's respect right there." And I know that first time you came in with Billy Don, and Billy Don sat right in the front row with his hands folded and his head down, and you talk about.
Yeah, I've gotten lucky, man. I meet some really legends. You know what I mean? I wrote music. I've written my whole life. Until I've been playing in public now, I think this is my 5th year. I just never had time. You know what I mean? I raised kids.
Right.
Me and Norma Jean got 15 grandkids, and we got another one on the way now.
We might have to do a toy drive for your ass next.
Maybe
next go.
Maybe buy me a bus. And we bring the kids a lot of times. We'll bring grandkids with us, and Norma will hang at the hotel and swim, and I go out and party and get drunk at the bar and play music. And we have fun doing it, man.
Yeah, that was one of the ones I remember most, just because we got video on YouTube and everybody's like, "What in the hell is all over the stage?" And
yeah, the toy
hopefully
drive. That was cool.
We'll probably make that an annual deal there. You didn't buy a ticket that time. You brought toys in. If not, you had to buy a ticket, and then we was going to buy more toys with it. And we ended up, I think, 500-600 toys to give to the St. John's Children's Hospital. It's a thing my son Colt started a few years ago. We take toys up front. I think we took 1,000 up front and 500 in the back on that concert alone, and then went out and bought a whole lot more. And I think my wife made about 9 trips in there this year. So we got a goal.
Didn't you do something with the elementary school or something like
that?
Yeah, this year.
Yep.
I thought it was cool, man, because I love doing that.
Anything the local school has going on, if they're doing a playground equipment thing or whatever, we try to get involved with them.
Hit us up, or hit me up, or hit us up. Call Jeb. I love doing private parties, man, and it's that time of year. People can't afford to get out and get a show. Have a damn barbecue at your house and invite all your friends. We'll come and play there, man. It's, people can't. I understand gas sucks right now. It's just get a hotel and all that crap. We'll come play at your house. I love doing private show, or whatever you want to call it, a party. We end up always partying, and it's a good time, man. We've done a few of them together, and it's always a good time. We got to do one with Dallas Moore. That was a blast, man.
Heathen
Fest. The people right there are good people, man.
Great folks, man. Come to a lot of shows, and Dallas was just in town the other night. Whole gang, slew of them, between Frenchie and everybody going, "Man, we're going to see Dallas because it's a little closer and save on gas, and nothing against you or Marty or whatever. He's great." I said, "Fuck, man, we ain't going to have nobody at this show." And then he got some write-up and done some video in there. We ended up selling out, so everything works out great. But, yeah, if anybody out there wants to book Mike or Cody, you can feel free to message me.
Or both.
I'm not the best booking agent in the world, but I'll go out of my way to help these two guys all day, every day. And another thing, was talking about doing these podcasts, and I was like, man, I get nervous. That guy came in and interviewed me, and I didn't know him. In the first 6-7 minutes of it, I felt like, shit, I was nervous, you know, so I didn't know how to do the shit. I said, man, if we're going to do it, we got to invite in some of my buddies pretty quick, you know, because I got to feel comfortable. I said, we got to get Mike and Cody up when they're here to.
Well, I was around when it was all kind of thought up. Aiden's, you know, the man.
I'm glad we didn't ever go live with none of them.
We tried one night, and it was like we were both wasted drunk.
That's what Aiden says every time you bring up the word podcast. I'm calling Erica to come pick your drunk ass up. Yeah. I said, oh, you left me by my own that last night there, Aiden. I said, son of a bitch. I went back and watched my video cameras of me leaving that night. I said, son of a bitch, I'm done drinking.
It's just hard for us old guys to get the grasp of, you know, the new digital age, man.
Oh, my buddy Brian James,
you know what I mean?
Said it best. This new way's gotten really fucking old. You know,
it's cool for musicians as far as you can get the word out of your shows and shit. Used to be, you know, well, you put out a poster and try to hang it on the bulletin board at the grocery store.
Send it around everywhere.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a good thing. That
yeah.
Yep. I think it's really cool, but I don't understand any of it, man. I got a 15-year-old grandson that does everything for me. He puts my stuff on the internet. He puts my songs out for me. He orders all my merch. He does all that crap for me because he comes to me like Aiden's coming to you and saying, why don't you have this? And I'm like,
yeah.
Nah.
And then you
I don't know.
And you turn around and you sell 15 times more merchandise to people that's not here. You know what I mean? Like, that just floors me. I'm like, where'd that order come from? Oh, they want me to. Why in the fuck they want me to sign it? I can have somebody that's playing there sign it and send it to them, but I ain't signing shit. You know, people ask for
it's really cool
stuff,
man.
But that lets you know
it's getting out there.
It's getting out there that you better keep on that path. It leads people into.
Well, I thought, you know, my stuff. Not a whole lot of hits or any of that on Spotify or whatever, but I mean, it's cool that you can get on the artist page or whatever. There's people in other countries listening to your shit. That's cool to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's military guys that are all over the damn place listening. I mean, I've been over there to where you're listening to whatever, a camel bark, and it's, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, if they would have had that when I was there, where I could just got on the internet and listen to whoever, that's pretty damn cool. What?
I've never pretty good. Why don't you take your shot of that good varsity bourbon?
I need a
we
shot
won't talk
after
about
that.
L8, but we'll definitely talk about the back nine over in Rochester. And great bourbon at the Riverton Party Store up front, and the back room lounge in the back.
What's the back nine? I guess I don't know what that is.
It's an indoor golf facility that my buddy Bart that helps me run the front there on the weekends. It's his place.
Oh, right on.
He's been doing a hell of a job with it, and he's been a supporter of Jeb Brown Productions since probably 2000. We've done a couple big things together, a couple pond parties. They're kind of legendary in this.
So they play golf in there?
They play golf simulated in there, and they drink
gotcha.
Drink plenty of Evan Williams and Elijah Craig.
So you have to simulate riding around in a golf cart getting drunk?
I don't. Hey, that's a safer approach for Tiger Woods. Why don't you play us a new one, or whatever the hell you want to play us? What are you thinking? Another new one, or?
I don't know. I'll play something. I've got a bunch of new ones. I ain't got nothing really. Me and Aiden's trying to do something. Try to do maybe a live one from here, which would be cool. And this next one I think I'm gonna put out, I want it to be a vinyl. He's like doing his headphone back here and giving me weird looks and chewing gum real fast, so I ain't sure what's going on.
If you looking at me for answers, I have none. Absolutely none.
The turkeys in the ice box, are they free?
Sure. Turkeys in the ice box are free. Always giving away food and anything.
Backroom lounge giving away stuff again.
They gotta do it.
Shit, I should have drank turkey maybe. They're giving away turkey free.
Free turkeys.
I like the larceny. That stuff there will give you a headache.
Turkeys?
Yeah. Okay, here's a new one here. It's called 400 Miles Alone, kind of what the song's about, man. It's about, I work construction, you know, my whole life. And I was a concrete finisher, so you ain't never someplace for very long. Live in a lot of motel rooms, and you ain't got nothing but your tools and your pickup. What's the same way with traveling musicians? These guys go out here on the road, and people think they're living in glamour. It sucks, man. You live in a different motel room every day, and get drunk half the night, play your music, get up, drive more miles than a truck driver does to go somewhere and play your 3-hour set again. And it's just like an endless supply with these guys. And all these people say, oh, you're a musician? I bet that's cool. It's like, no, not really. I mean, it's a pretty depressing life. And
some nights are definitely better than others.
So anyway, that's what the song's about. And I wrote the song and played it for Norma Jean at home. She's like, sounds like the song's about Billy Don. I said, well, actually, the song's about all musicians who do that, man. These guys, some of them are, hell, Dallas, what's he do, 300 shows a year?
At least.
I mean, they live in a motel room, and it's called 400 Miles Alone is the name of the song. This is my life, another motel room door. Just so you know, I've been thinking some more. Wrote some words down about my failures in life. It still hurts. The harder I try, 400 miles alone. Another show. A room full of people, but I still feel alone. Behind that motel room door is what I call my home. I'm 400 miles alone. Feels like my life is a revolving door. The more I try, it spins out of control. Sleeping alone in a king-size bed, but I'm buzzing asleep from my tin can again. 400 miles alone to another show. There's a room full of people, but I still feel alone. Behind that motel room door is what I call my home. 400 miles alone. Sometimes I do a show with some of my friends. When it's over, I'm all alone again. Caffeine and bourbon the next middle of the day. 'Cause I'm driving, I'm looking for my next place to stay. 400 miles alone to another show. There's a room full of people, but I still feel alone. Behind that motel room door is
No, they're doing it. That one's a couple weeks old, I think.
Yeah, it's a couple weeks old.
From Mike Davis Music. If you're looking on Facebook, it's under Mike Davis Music, I think, in
Yep.
all caps. Right?
Yep, I think so.
What else? What others? You got a website? Or
I don't. I do, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's like
So.
more that I don't know about. So, am I good here, Aiden?
Yeah, that should be good.
Yeah,
Trap myself somehow.
reaching out on the Facebook's probably the best way. Do you do the Instagram or any Twitters and all that?
Actually, I think I have
Snapchats
all
and-
that, but I don't know how to get on any of it. I
Right.
think
What-
Michael, he hasn't been to my house, my grandson, in a minute, and I got a brand new song that Cody does he does a couple of them that were sing-alongs. So I had wrote a sing-along song, and I did it with a band from back home, and recorded it with a friend of mine there.
We're all gonna be okay, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you had them all singing it.
Yeah,
There,
but
the
had
other
like
night
10
with Camel.
people harmonized on that, and then I played that in here the other night and had everybody singing
was
with
cool
me,
shit,
and it
man.
was cool. And that song's gonna be out here in a minute. Like I said, I'll either have to have Aiden put it out for me out on social or wherever they call it, and digital, and
He just worked on one that you're.
yeah,
was it?
man. My
that
granddaughter
your
wrote a
granddaughter
song.
wrote.
She wrote that song, "Victim," and really killer song. And
I think Aiden put that one out.
yeah,
on-
it's out.
on
It's on
YouTube.
YouTube right now, and on the Backroom Lounge page. And that song turned out really good.
I
We're
love
gonna
doing that stuff.
Try
man.
to get her in here sometime, man, and have her play up here. She's a young girl and still goes to school. 17 years old. They got a band going back home now, but she's writing some killer stuff, man. And
That's
she can play. She plays a viola or fiddle or whatever you want to call it, and the guitar, and she can play any instrument. It's like amazing, you know what I mean? That kids nowadays, she played the fiddle first, and then she came to the house. She's like, I want to learn how to play the guitar. I was like, the easiest way nowadays is get on YouTube. There's tons of free lessons on there. So like the next time she came, dude, she could play better than I can, which I can't play worth a shit. But it was like she's past me, by far, and really cool. I mean, she plays any instrument, but she's writing now, and she's gonna write some really good songs. That song, "Victim," listen to that words to that, man, are
Yeah.
so touching. It's like,
I kept sneaking off to the back room because that was a couple hours before. I don't know who was playing in here that night. They had it was that John Bailey guy.
yeah,
And
John Bailey and his Trey, his brother,
yeah,
wasn't it?
Prangley, and
They both them boys put on a show.
they
man.
did. But I kept sneaking back here to see what you guys were doing, and I really never really got to hear it till I seen it. So that's part
Yeah,
of.
we did a few more that day.
Yeah,
He's working on them. He's gonna have a couple more. I don't remember even what songs they were now. It's like
that's
I just try to write a lot. you
that's
know
the
what I mean?
content we're trying to get to people this year is all the things that go on behind the scenes there that people don't always get to see. You don't get to. I seen the other day the Rebels Fox put out when they left here they run out of gas, and I went.
Yeah, I saw that.
I went. and
That's
got
cool.
I
5
think-
gallons, like what's that? About $70 worth.
Yeah, $70 worth of diesel fuel.
5 gallons.
And the world's littlest funnel, but it's like
old beer bong. Is what-
I used an old beer bong to pour 10 gallons of fuel into that rig of theirs. But yeah, I mean,
See, we only live 3 hours from here, man, and it's like
the stopping in though and
I love it up here.
doing that stuff, it's and you know how them after parties go too, man. That shit, I've seen you in here with you and Kayla Ray and TJ.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah. I mean,
Jesus, there was 9 guys up here playing that one day.
that's the best
Caleb
part of it. It's
Atwood,
after the shows, and
our
that's why I
sound
try
man.
to tell these people that are asking,
We've-
"How do you play there?" Come there.
Yep.
Even after the show, there's always a jam. It's
The-
like somebody's gonna show up, and we're gonna
Shit,
jam
we had
out.
that one night.
I
We
mean,
had a hag off in here. I think it went on. I think Kayla won it in the 37th round or some shit. I'm like, good night. And I'm like, good thing, John Parker and Brian James ain't here. We'd still be having a hag off to the 3 biggest hag people I know. But gosh, that's
So who you got coming You
That's-
got
that's
next
stuff.
weekend's.
Well, speaking of Jonathan Parker,
Yeah, he's playing next weekend.
and
right?
people that like larceny bourbon and simulated golf over at the back nine, that's Jonathan Parker.
Right on.
Addison Lee Thompson's going to be with him
I seen him in Kansas City about 4 years
this
ago.
Friday
man.
night. I don't know when this thing will air, but Wednesday night, the Wolf Creek Wednesday, that's always my favorite honky-tonk grunge band of all time. They're from all the way down from Buckhart, River Tucky, Illinois. They're right here, homeboys.
Right.
Cody sometimes turns up.
I haven't got to see him live ever yet, man, and I'm like wanting to so bad. It always seems like it doesn't. Something happens and I don't get to do it, and then. But I'm getting ready. I'm playing a show with them and Billy Don. I forget what day that is.
It's coming up about a month out.
It's
over
in May.
in,
Yes, we're about in Havana
yeah,
or
yep,
that area.
and Bath.
Bath. Yeah, I
At
think
the
that's
filling
where
station.
that's going to be a
The
good one, man.
Redneck Riviera of our old buddy One Armed Danny Richards. He's
Good.
He's the cat daddy over there. He'd
But I'm
give you the grand tour.
Gonna finally get a chance to hear them, man. I've seen a lot of their videos, from in here when
Oh,
they're
yeah.
playing, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like,
And you've met Greg quite a few
oh yeah,
times.
Greg's a cool dude, man.
You're live. He's going to hear that.
Oh, well, all right. Pretty good guy for an Army guy.
That's what I figured.
He
I don't
always-
think he likes L8 at all. I don't think he's into that shit.
I'm sure it's not.
He's a stag beer man from way back.
Stag
then.
beer, and I think the Army, they only give them decaf coffee.
And
Because
crayons.
they give, not sure about that. He always says about the Marines eating crayons.
Yeah.
So it give me and Cody shit. So I try to give him a little bit of back. No, I love. I mean, if you're in the military, man, I got your fucking back, and I don't care what
Amen.
branch it is. And
Amen.
we were at that show the other night, and up in Edina, and I was like, "Is there any vets in here?" And it's like nobody raised their hand. I was like, "Fuck!" I was gonna buy all the vets a drink. So
So you
guess
went
I'm
ahead-
buying me and Cody one.
So you went ahead and done it anyways.
Yeah, man.
Did they have any L8 in there?
No,
But I bet they had some good Heaven Hill products. I bet they had at least Evan Williams.
I don't
and
even
Elijah
know what
Craig.
all we drank, but it all came back up the same color. I can tell you that because I
Oh.
drank a lot of it that night.
That must have been bourbon for you. I've been
Yeah, we
down there.
drank a lot of it.
It wasn't that barrel proof from Elijah Craig, was it? That one would get you every time.
No, it wasn't. It was, what was that? 1884 or something.
Probably that 1783.
I don't know.
Evan Williams.
There's a picture of it with us with a couple cats, and I didn't even remember taking the picture, but we did have a good time there, man.
We'll go back and
Met some good people. You pull up there, and there was the sale barn was literally right across the road, and so there was cattle pens right up where you're parking at, and I was like, hell yeah, this is gonna be a fun place.
That
right
sounds
here.
like a place. Sounds like a place for Marty Brown to
Yeah,
me.
yeah, man. Marty,
Marty would kill it in there, boy. I tell you.
I think they're trying to get one together with him. The way it sounded.
I don't know. I think I've booked 50 shows with you and Cody over the last year, and it's just such a home run combination, man. And every time we go somewhere, from the listening rooms to the live private events, the private parties,
we're kind of different.
It's-
We play different. You know what I mean? So it
Yeah.
works. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
think we've been invited. We got a pretty good standing running record of being invited back every damn time. So that says something right there. That
we always have fun.
it's a
I mean,
product that works.
have a
You
good
guys
time, man.
Been to I don't know how many different states together. Quite
Been to a
damn
few.
few.
Been to Kentucky together. That was fun. I'd like to go back down there.
We got to. I mean, yeah, they pretty much demand that. So we got to do that. Missouri, I mean, you're killing that in Arkansas, and
We're trying to work our way. We got one in Fat Boys in Kansas City. That'll be a fun one too, man.
I think you guys will go into Bucks together pretty soon.
I hope so.
Nebraska, that'd be great. Some Iowa dates. I know there's.
They say, like, how do you get into the backroom lounge? That's what I've been saying. How do you get into Bucks? Man, I've been watched that place, since I've been on Facebook. And it's like, man, I'd love to play there.
One of the best guys in the business.
Main reason I hear he's got good food.
Great food, great dude.
It's
Great
like-
food and a great dude, man. Buck's one of the troubadours that's been around, and the only thing, why people want to play, and not to toot my own horn, but let's just toot Bucks. It's because of the fucking people behind it, you know.
Right.
And when they talk about Jeb Brown, I say, man, why don't we talk about Paul Carver? Why don't we talk about Aiden Hohimer? Why don't we talk about my loving family, Erica Colton? And if
Your
it wasn't
dad.
if it wasn't for my
I
mom,
mean,
if it wasn't for
your
my
mom and dad,
if
I
it wasn't for my mom and dad 20 years ago, I wouldn't be doing this.
Well,
shit,
hell, I've
you
been
know?
in here when your mom brings food and
Yeah.
feeds everybody, and it's like, yeah, I mean, how many venues you gonna go where you
feed them all.
So I said it's like going home. You
But
get-
she don't know how to cook. She don't know how to cook for one person. She feeds this whole damn town. Everybody thinks that, you know, I'm always giving away food to the community. Everybody's down on their luck. And
Somebody
that's-
just got a turkey.
Yeah, it's something that I take great pride in my community, you know. But I do that quite a bit. But my mom will fucking cook it and bring it to you. I mean, so she's got a little more giving heart than even I do, you know.
How far will she drive?
All you got to do, Mike, is ask, and it's fucking call it done. Call it done. She'll call me 1,700 times for fucking directions, but she'll bring it. She'll get it done,
No, it's
man.
just, I mean, that's part of it here.
It's the family,
Why
and
it's cool,
and
man.
that's
I
what
love it here.
that's what makes the venues. And I guarantee you, you know, Buck's the face of his place, but the things that makes Buck's tick and the law office and the really great venues.
There's somewhere else I want to play.
Yeah.
Where's that camera at? I like to play at that law office, man. I've heard a lot of good shit
I
about
know
that place too.
I know Boyd's watching right now, so we'll get on his ass after this thing. Yeah, that's a great place. One of my favorite places there. You guys have played the Granada Theater. I'm sure that thing.
Yeah, we played that place is fun too.
That's
man.
one of the better
beautiful,
ones in Illinois.
Beautiful venue.
And them things. And then I tell you another one, you guys. I got to brag on him too. Is Boxcars over in Clinton, Wisconsin.
Right.
Tim.
You've played there,
Old
right, Cody?
Pogo. Yeah. What a listening room.
So Cody's sitting off back to the side to where he's not on the camera, and we keep looking over there at him and shit. And they're probably thinking, "What the hell are they looking at over there?" Well, we're looking at Cody Moom. He's hiding over there because he's doing his shy shit.
He's high over there. There ain't no doubt.
Get a couple beers in him. He'll get real chatty here in a little while.
Gatorade
and whatever the hell he was.
Gatorade and Birnheim.
Is that what that was?
I
He
think
poured in there.
some kind.
I
I told him don't mix
You're
bourbon.
mixing bourbon with Gatorade.
I told him.
I've never tried that.
Well, he
man.
said, you know, since Ale
Stay hydrated.
Since
Since
Ale-
Ale won't. Now we're going for a Gatorade.
since they won't sponsor us.
Gatorade sponsorship.
That's we're gonna need something to mix the barrel proof with, Elijah Craig. If you got any ideas, the Schlafly beer might work, but I don't know.
You don't really have to mix it with anything, though. I think
Well, if you don't,
It's
you'll
not
end up
like-
right
what's-
smack dab in the
you ain't
middle
gotta
of
chug-
a West Ship show.
chug shots of it. Just sip on it, you know.
Man, I don't know. I've run my fucking mouth about long enough. Why don't you do that big one that everybody knows that kind of led you here?
Oh, I make smoke.
Yeah, it's got a lot of views for all the people that
Yeah,
might
man.
not know it. I think that one's.
I've got that song out. It's like it's
I've
on YouTube, but it's on Roku TV. I thought that's kind of cool, man. The lady had contacted me, and I sent it, and it's on Roku TV. I think it still is. It's like called Stage 2 TV or something, which I never knew how to find it. And since I've got a Roku TV now, I found it. But all my friends kept saying, "Man, that video's on there," and I was like, "Cool, that's cool, I guess."
I found that video and probably turned. I don't know. Everybody that hears it ask about it when they come to the show. It seems to be the one that they're coming for.
Yeah, and that song's what Billy Don brought me here because of that song. I played that song for Billy in a hotel room, like first day I'd met him, and started playing. And this kid that had introduced us just told Billy, he plays and writes. Boy, Billy had never heard me. And I started playing. I played I Make Smoke, and he like drug a chair over and like sat 2 feet away from me, right in front of me, with his head down, and listened. And then when I got through with the song, he's like, "You're about a cocksucker, ain't you?" And I was like, "I'm a lot of things, dude, but I ain't one of them." You know what I mean? And he said, "No, how you expect me to follow that?" And it was like, that was a damn, you know. It's like, damn, man, Billy Don likes that song because, I mean, a lot of people don't know, you know, or I tell people, I told the guy the other night, I'm deaf, man, legally, you know, I can't hear.
Yeah.
So I never knew if I was singing in key or anything like that. I try to write songs for people like Cody Lee Mooney to record is my whole goal.
And you say
know
play
what I mean?
guitar off vibrations for
Yeah, I
people
do.
that don't know. Yeah,
Try to-
I've heard the story some, you know,
In a couple
enough to-
times, but a lot of people, when you say, well, I'm deaf, because people will talk to me and they think I'm ignoring them. I'm not ignoring it, it's because I didn't see they were talking, man. I'm a good lip reader,
Yeah.
and I've said that in there. I can see somebody talking shit clear across the bar, and I can tell what they're saying, so. I mean, usually it's like, yeah, that motherfucker there, but he don't like me.
My grandma was deaf, and she, boy, I tell you what, didn't turn your back when you talked to her because she'd get in your face, and then if she heard what was coming out your mouth, she'd slap you.
But I Make Smoke, and it was about, I was addicted to heroin for like 4 years, man. Was a single dad and doing it, so I guess I always said, well, I wasn't a junkie that was strung out on the street, but I was a closet addict. Had a little girl, and I was a single dad, so I didn't shoot dope at home. My deal is I'd always go do it in a bathroom, in like a quick store. I figured if I OD, somebody there will find me, and my kid won't. I thought I had it together, you know what I
Right.
mean? Thought I had it together. So I Make Smoke, that's what came out of that is, it's about that and getting clean, and it goes like this. Been out of my mind so long. My better times were all spent alone. Drugs and the liquor, that's what suits me. I've been told you'll learn one of these days. Smile and nod, 'cause I'm stuck in my ways. I make smoke. I make smoke. I make smoke. I keep thinking my luck will change. Little more help to curb my pain. The drugs and the liquor, that's what suits me. People ask how I've been. Shrug my shoulders with a half-assed grin. I make smoke. I make smoke. I make smoke. My mind's blocked again for another day. Take one more bump before I walk away. The drugs and the liquor, that's what soothes me. I saw God the other day, fell to my knees, I started to pray. I paid smoke, I paid smoke, I paid smoke. Now's the good part. Today I got my 1-year coin. Made me laugh how my life was going. How the drugs and the liquor, that's what soothes me. I think back how my life had been, filled with loneliness, lies and sin. When I made smoke, I made smoke, I made smoke. I made smoke, I made smoke. I made smoke.
Yeah. You almost got a backup singer on that one. I'm not used to being on this side of the coin here.
Could have done it.
Found myself singing that long on that one.
Yeah.
Man,
I about get emotional every time I play that song.
the drugs and the damn
It
liquor,
still
man.
hits me, man.
Oh, I get it. That's what, like, I swear to God, I've never experimented with any kind of drugs, hard drugs whatsoever, not once in my life, and I pray to God I never do.
That's good, man.
And I talk to people all the time. It's like, man, you hang out with whores and thieves and liars and dope addicts, and I go, you just stop your shit about judging anybody. That's not for you. I hang out with motherfuckers that's got a conscience.
Right.
And if you got a conscience, you're not lost. You're not a bad person in my book. I'll see the light in you, and then I'll give you a chance, and then I'll separate.
I'll tell anybody,
I'll separate the good from the bad.
If you're trying to get clean, and then, I mean, it's hell, dude.
Yeah.
I've got another song I wrote. I don't think I ever played it here, but in that song it says, you know, I'm 10 steps back from yesterday, and that's where it went with me. I would get clean, and I'd have my shit together, and then just one fucking thing would set me off, and it's like all over. I'd start all over again, man, and it's like, yeah, I'll just do a little bit tonight and fucking to kind of chill out, and then next thing I know, 8 months later, I'm fucking strung out again, fucking trying to figure out what I can do to make money to buy that and feed my kid and pour concrete and keep shit together. And I mean, it's just an endless fucking cycle. But I want everybody to know, man, if you ever need to call, you can get a hold of me through Facebook or whatever the hell. If you need to talk about it, I'm here, man.
I'm the same way with all that.
Fuck, it's like,
but
I don't judge anybody on what they do,
some
man.
of the
shit happens. I don't know what goes on in your life that sells, you know, everybody handles shit different.
Some of the best people you ever know would never, you know what I mean, that everybody prejudges that an addict or whatever are bad people, and you go, man, I tell you what, I'd let that guy stay at my house anytime, and I guarantee you I would worry less about him touching shit than I would you, because you're judging people, you know what I mean? You know, and then of course you got the ones that, you know, just like everything, some people give the other ones such a bad damn name. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
the lies that they got to tell each other to. It's just like the music business, you know, just
It's-
like any kind of thing.
I
It's
never.
just-
I mean, like I said,
people's
I'm
gonna-
new to the music deal, man.
Yeah.
I haven't been doing this that
Some
long,
people-
but I learned real fast. It's cutthroat. You know what I mean?
Yep,
People will.
they
People will cut your throat, or, you know, behind your back.
crawl over their dying
It's
mother
like
to
try to-
move
trying to
one
make
spot.
their self look better or whatever, so they down. I back everybody, man. I
Yep.
love music,
Yep.
dude. That's
Yep.
why I do this. It's like I don't just me and Norman go to a lot of shows. You know what I mean? I don't go just to play. I go to listen, man. I want to hear other people's experiences and what they're singing about, and I go there to listen. I don't go there
They're
to.
just
I mean,
sitting there constantly running down somebody else or talking themselves up. You know, it's always these tales and whatever somebody's into.
oh yeah,
you know,
yeah. You'll hear that.
You'll find a slime, you know, and you
Right.
separate yourself quick if you can.
But I mean, we sit around as musicians, and you hear about new people, and that's cool. What's digital too is because, like,
Yeah.
we were talking earlier, and there's like somebody's name or telling a story, and I was like, "Who the hell's that?" And then definitely tell Norma that name so that I can listen to their music when I get
And
home,
then
man.
it's funny, and then they
then
start
you're becoming a fan of theirs.
Yep.
And that's how it works.
And they
doing
start
this.
popping up, and you start running into them in places. It's fucking,
But there are so many people out there, you know, doing it, man. It's great, and I think all this pandemic bullshit killed a lot of people. You know what I mean? As far as
it did.
it got in everybody's pockets so heavy now, and then
I don't think
it's
there's
just a whole new world. You know what I mean? It ain't only just with music; it's with everything. And
then when you come back at this, and you think, well, this is going to be the run here because we're back at it, and it's still shit ain't working out
Oh,
for
yeah.
you, and you
Right.
go, man, if I was just struggling to get through the
I think
COVID
everybody got
bullshit.
used to staying at home.
I don't
mean,
know.
you know what
I
I
don't
mean?
know.
It's like everybody got used to staying at home, and now
But-
all the venues are opening again.
Yeah.
Now the diehards, you'll see them at shows
Yeah,
because
Yeah.
I played all the way through it. It didn't matter. We went to Oklahoma a lot, and hopefully Cody will be visiting them guys down there soon. And I went down there to. They act like COVID never was going on. You would go to the bars, some of them in southern Oklahoma, and they wasn't wearing masks and they weren't doing any of that. But you'd come to Illinois and you had to have a mask to check into the motel room, and it's like
Yeah.
even. And it was a
No,
trip,
it's
man.
such weird times. And then-
Missouri, where I live, most of the venues had it to where you had to have a proof of a shot or a clean,
yeah,
you
well,
know,
that's
to be able to play. And it was a trip. All the different states had different rules, and it's just like I said, turn your TV off first off, and
Yeah.
make decisions of your own, man. Don't believe everything you see on television. I mean, or the internet. I mean, me and Jeb Brown in person aren't this good looking. I mean, this is a trick, you know, this is modern TV, man.
I think it's from
Anyways,
all that golf we played over at the back nine in Rochester.
yeah, I've got a sore back from it.
I'm drinking that fine Larceny bourbon, not mixed with Ale8 because they won't sponsor this show.
Nope. Fuck Ale8.
they're done.
They're done.
Well, speaking of being done, why don't we call it wraps to this son of a buck? And,
I appreciate you having me here, man. My glass of whiskey is done. So
That's
it must be time to.
I think that's how all the big guys know when it's done. It's time
Yeah,
to go
that
drink
glass is gone,
somewhere
so-
else.
Appreciate everybody that tuned in.
Yeah,
I appreciate you guys
Mike
having
Davis
me.
Music on Facebook, all caps. I don't know what else, but you'll be
about
back
it,
in the
man.
back room. I think coming up real quick, probably after that show in Havana or early June. I look for Mike Davis in the back room lounge, and all kinds of really cool stuff coming out on the YouTube from the back room lounge. And
Yeah,
other
I
things.
think me and Aiden's gonna do some stuff from live from back here, so that'll
Hell
be a good
yes.
one. And
Well, we thank you guys
All
for
right,
tuning
man.
in. I can't believe we're doing this stuff, and I'm new to it, but we'll keep getting better at it, and we'll keep inviting more people in. I can't thank Mike enough for taking time out on this Sunday afternoon to drink great bourbon with us, whiskey with us, and I cannot thank our sponsors, Elijah Craig, The Back Nine, and Larceny Bourbon. Y'all check us out. We're on the backroomlounge.com, and all your Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Jeb Brown Productions. We got merch on there, everything else. But yeah, keep supporting independent music any way you can. We definitely need you more now than ever. Thank you all so much. We'll see you next time.